Okay, here's the pattern with me and my husband. I'm the one who speaks up. When something's wrong, I want to talk it through. He does the opposite. He shuts down, goes quiet, runs from it, and somehow it always gets flipped onto me. I bring him one feeling, and suddenly I'm the problem. I asked him once, straight out, "Do you get mad at me because I speak up and you don't feel like you're allowed to?" He said yes. He grew up in a house where it wasn't safe to have a voice. So I understand it. I really do. But I'm still the one getting resented for the thing he won't let himself do. What am I supposed to do with that?
Yeah, we judge people for doing things that we don't feel allowed to do. I don't know. I truly don't know if this, how much of this is nature versus nurture. I just know almost everybody does this, which is I've been on a tear about victim mindset for this reason. Um, the person who gets the most love is the one who can most convincingly appear to be the victim. We empathize with whoever we identify as the victim. So if you listen to anybody's story, you'll notice this. They position, almost everyone does this. They'll tell a story and they will position themselves as the victim of the story. And this happens at a subconscious larger scale too, with when you're growing up and you have a clearly identified victim and villain. Mom is victim, like listening to this, right? Mom is victim, dad is villain. What your brain does is dad doesn't get or deserve love. Everyone hates dad. He talks, he speaks up. So we go, that's the cause. That's why. That's why everyone hates dad. Which means if I speak up, everyone will hate me and I will be the thing I hate and I will be the villain. Staying quiet keeps me the victim. And I need to be the victim because it's the only way you get love. Especially if you grow up in a house where there is a clear victim villain dynamic, like a clear, like everybody agrees we're fighting over who the victim is, then what you will do in every relationship is make sure that you're the victim in the relationship. And you'll wonder why you always feel lonely because you're always treating people like your enemy or your hero. And when you need love, you'll turn them back into your enemy. Well, no matter what, most of us have been taught victim mindset and we're entrenched in it so deeply we don't even know. And what our brains do is we search for who gets love and how when we're growing up. That's what we try to figure out. Who gets love and how? When do people love me? When do people love other people? Let me be like that. So if you're growing up in that dynamic, what you're watching is everyone hates dad. He is villain. He's villain because he does conflict, because he speaks up, because he is loud. Those things make people hate you. But I love mom. Everyone loves mom. Mom is the good person. Mom is the victim. We all feel bad for mom. Everybody loves mom. Be like mom. Don't be like dad. So then when I feel like we're losing closeness, what I'm going to do without even knowing it is go quiet, be more like mom, make sure I'm still the victim. I have to be the victim or I lose love and I lose connection. Almost all of us are that way. I truly don't know how much nurture and nature is there. I just know that it's so prevalent. So we all are like hunting for how do I get love? And most of us were taught be the biggest victim in the room. That'll get people to love you. That'll get people to connect with you. A lot of people were taught that. So what happens then is you go through your life, and the more you grow on this journey, the more authentic you are and the more connected you are, but you're doing things that shouldn't get you connection. And so if I've learned that I need to be quiet, put myself last, put my needs last, I will judge and resent you because you are doing something that I am not allowed to do. That if I do it, it's a life or death risk to my body because I learned early on, you don't speak up. It's dangerous. It's also a gift to witness somebody do that. It's hard to be the person doing it because you will get aggressively judged and resented at first when somebody doesn't feel allowed to do it. But if I watch you not ruin relationships but grow closer, if I watch you have the exact opposite experience than I expected, then I can choose to grow because I've watched something different. It doesn't mean I will, but I can. But it sucks to be you married to me who has that belief and trigger because I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
be mad at you
Mm-hmm.
for doing the thing I'm not allowed to do. That's the underlying framework. What I've actually seen create change is saying, I am going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep growing and learning. I want to become this kind of person and I want to be this kind of person in the relationship. I want this kind of relationship. That's what I'm working towards. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm scared that if you don't do it too, we won't stay together. I'm not willing to stop. I don't tell you what to do. I don't tell you where to go. I don't tell you anything. I don't give you any directions. I say, this is my vision. This is what I'm headed towards. This is what I'm doing. I'm inviting you in if you want to come, but I know I can't make you. And then they keep going. That's where I see people change. That's where I see somebody choose, because it has to be their choice to join.